Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! Episode 197. Tonight we're reviewing Jurassic World! The Lost Kingdom.
Nope.
Jurassic World! 2. The Fallen Kingdom. Fallen Kingdom. Oh, God.
Jurassic World, we're back! If only.
What about the baby? What was it?
No, that was dinosaurs.
Oh.
Don't kick the baby.
Yeah.
Two separate 90s dinosaur things.
Yeah.
Because, oh boy, were dinosaurs a thing.
They really were.
Not the mama, not the mama.
You do that one more time and I'm going to throw you across the room.
Not the mama.
This movie had a lot of feelings about why
Oh,
kids
boy.
should be involved in decisions about dinosaurs.
Oh boy. Okay, so first things first, shout out to our wine sponsor, Wink, trywink.com/moviebitches. I highly recommend bringing a bottle in to see this movie.
Oh, yes. Fill your reusable water bottle
Yep.
up with wine.
I did. It made it funny.
I mean, it's already funny.
Oh, it's hilarious. So I saw this movie twice. The first time I was not sober, and I had the time of my life. I laughed so hard that everyone in the entirely full theater hated me.
Did they?
I definitely got glares. Like I was cackling, and we'll talk about it. But so then I immediately texted Avaryl and I was like, I think we have to go see like Jurassic Park and review World, whatever, and review it because it was such a nonsense disaster.
I mean, it's a mess.
It's a mess.
I'll say this.
Yeah.
I liked this
Better
more than the last one.
You know why?
Because it was more Jurassic Parky.
Oh,
and
see-
it was more of a mess.
See, I thought this was less Jurassic Park.
This was more like, ooh, adventure, travelogue.
Sure.
Like
of.
it was more Spielberg-y
Okay.
than the last one.
Sure.
The last one for me was a weird horror movie. Remember like the horror elements where it's just like, and now this assistant is getting murdered by this pterodactyl for a while. Remember those weird moments where
I hardly remember anything. About that movie.
Exactly. And it was all very like, remember the first one?
Well,
Look at
yes.
this. And I was
Yes.
like, fuck you
Well,
rebooting this bullshit.
yes.
Anyway, so this one was more just like, who gives a fuck?
Well, that was the thing. This one is a fake movie.
Yeah.
This is like not a real movie. It's like a sci-fi original movie with $100 million budget that was just like dinosaurs. And I feel like they've just
And
fully
the
committed to
characters
that.
are just as fully realized as a sci-fi original.
Exactly. What characters?
Action man.
Yeah.
Pretty lady.
Yep.
Child. Bad guy. Old man. Other bad guy.
Yep.
Other bad guy.
Military bad guy.
Military bad guy. Military bad guy's minions.
Hot military bad guys minion.
Hot doctor. Generic nerd.
Yep. But that's what I gotta like.
So I wasn't as mad. I was
Exactly.
like mad at the other one. This
Yes.
one I was like, I can't even take this seriously.
Not at all.
It started and I was like, what is this? The like 3D experience at Universal Studios? Like get ready for Jurassic World, The Fallen Kingdom, the 3D experience. And it was just like,
pretty much.
this guy, I mean, oh my god. Well, it starts in its sphere. It's like
Right.
this weird, they're in this underwater,
Like, yeah.
Then these big gates open.
Yep.
I'm assuming they weren't always underwater? The island has been sinking or something? What the fuck was that?
No, they were going into the lagoon where the
Because that happened to be where the other monster's bones were?
yes. So
Okay.
at the end of the last movie, if you recall,
Probably not.
dinosaurs got loose and started terrorizing
Right,
all the
because there
tourists.
was Megasaurus.
Yeah, there was
Genetically altered Megasaurus. Who's
what's it called? What's it called? They
Who
were
cares?
Indominus Rex.
Ugh.
Indominus Rex was terrorizing everyone, right?
Right, and then T-Rex ate him.
No, T-Rex fought him,
Fought
and
him.
then giant sea animal
Right, ate him.
ate him. Hence why it was in the water, because
Got
then
it.
the bones were sunken
Got
in the
it.
bottom. They needed to get the bones in order to take the DNA sample,
Right.
which was unclear to me because they had genetically engineered it
Maybe it was lost in the
in the
lab?
destruction lab.
It
Sure.
starts in its Titanic. They're in the going in there, and then there's a guy. I mean, it was like seriously a 3D ride.
Yeah.
The guy's on the line. you guys, are you out of here? I gotta close the gate.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then the guys in the helicopter are going, and he's like, what? Huh?
I can't hear you.
I have headphones on. Should I be worried? You guys are flailing around like there's a dinosaur behind me, but I'm not gonna look behind me. Is there a problem? And then every time the lightning strikes, you see like,
T-Rex, closer.
oh no, oh shit. And so then he's like, oh no, finally, after them being like,
Yeah.
he's like, get in. And he's like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Oh
Ah. So running is a really weirdly perspective,
Yep.
bah, bah,
yeah.
bah, bah. Ah!
And I'm just like, I don't know how they all outrun the T-Rex.
They don't. I
Like,
mean, they shouldn't.
The T-Rex that was chasing the Jeep, right, in the first one.
Yeah.
At 50 miles an
They're
hour.
barely running it.
No human being is running 50 miles an hour.
No. And they drop the ladder, and he gets on the ladder.
Yeah.
And you think he's gonna be safe.
And then the T-Rex grabs the bottom of the ladder.
Oh no!
And they're like, oh, we're gonna stall. He's gonna bring us all
Very
down.
dexterous dinosaurs.
Oh,
in
yes.
this film.
Oh, we'll talk about it.
Very dexterous.
Oh, we will talk about it.
So anyway, the ladder breaks in half, and you think, oh, he's so safe. Oh, look how we made it.
Oh, yeah.
Chomp!
The
And a
water
big
stupid
whale, whatever thing, eats him. Oh, he didn't make it anyway.
That was the first time I laughed. The
Oh.
first 3 minutes of the
Oh,
movie.
I laughed when he was like, what? Huh? Your faces say terror, but I'm gonna ignore that. What was that? So that was the cold open, and I was like, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yikes.
Also, then the gates don't close.
Right. Which pays off a cool 2 hours later.
Right?
I forgot, and then I went, wait, wasn't that in the trailer? It was like some
Yeah.
surfing, it was dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the last minute of the movie?
Yeah.
Which is nonsense. This movie
It's
is nonsense, which I appreciated.
Yeah. To me, this was the Kong Skull Island of this year.
Oh, yeah. It was like generic crew,
Yep.
action man,
Yep.
pretty lady.
Yeah.
It was the exact same thing.
Bombastic, crazy guy who's just like gun crazy or whatever.
Yeah.
Stealing the teeth.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
But we didn't have John C. Reilly.
No.
There was not one charismatic person in this film.
No. Sorry, Chris.
I thought you were going to be like, what? I disagree. You didn't, because there is no one.
No,
There's
sorry,
nothing-
Chris Pratt.
There's nothing to grasp onto.
Nope.
No characters. They
No.
really try to make you care about the dinosaurs, and you couldn't give a fuck about it.
Thank you. Okay, so after this,
Yeah.
then the whole thing, newsflash,
Oh, right, they try to retcon and be like, class action lawsuit. Oh, they definitely had to pay for. They try to be like,
oh yeah, after paying $800 million to all these people, blah 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 blah, the now thought to be dormant whatever volcano is suddenly exploding, and you're like, well, this is nonsense. But okay, we'll get into the science of volcanoes later. So anyways, then it's like this whole political thing of like, dinosaurs are animals and they have rights too, and we have to save them from extinction.
The volcano is exploding, and if we do nothing,
Yep.
all of the, except for the aquatic ones, I'm assuming, all of the dinosaurs.
And the flying ones.
Well, they might not be able to make it to land. I
Or
don't know how far
circle
away,
back in time.
I don't know
they
how
wouldn't
far away they are from
Sure.
land, but certainly the aquatic ones are like, cool,
Yeah.
I'll go eat a whale. But yeah, they're all going to be extinct because of this volcano, and it starts with Jeff Goldblum and the Congress, I guess it's Congress,
Yeah,
Senate, whatever.
whatever.
They're having some sort of session,
Yeah.
interview, and he's saying, we have to let them die out. It was unnatural for us to bring them back in the first place, and this is nature correcting us, basically.
Yeah. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's a pretty good argument.
Yeah. You're like, yes, Jeff Goldblum, I love you, Jeff. Oh, he's not in the movie anymore.
No.
For 2 hours.
Yeah.
Rude.
Yep. Very rude.
He did not take his shirt off.
Yeah, he did not do that, no.
He had 3 lines of dialogue.
Yeah.
Mad about it. And then it's shifts to but there's animal rights activists who are like, we have to save the dinosaurs,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And we find out that, because I guess they had to give Bryce Dallas Howard more motivation than... I mean, because my
yes.
understanding from the last movie was that she was purely some sort of administrator.
Yeah, she didn't
She
seem
didn't
like
have
she
a particular predilection for dinosaurs or, like, care about them for some... Or,
Thank you.
She was just like, I work here.
Yeah, she's like, I work here, I gotta take care of my 2 nephews or whatever that are coming to fucking visit.
Right. So they had to give her some reason to care.
God
so
knows.
she's working for the Dinosaur Protection Agency?
Sure.
League?
Yeah.
Something?
Yep.
Ragtag, you know,
Yep.
oh, we're gonna protect... Well, we get introduced to our paleo doctor. Yes, it's a thing. Well, you can't be a doctor of something you've never met.
Thank you.
You can't practice medicine on something you've never met. Regardless. So she's talking to a congresswoman, senator on the phone. Oh, you know, we gotta save the dinosaurs. We have to save the dinosaurs, blah, blah, blah. She hands the phone to Bryce Dallas Howard. She is like, Senator, do you have children? They were born into a world that
Dinosaurs existed.
had dinosaurs existed. And then you have to tell them that they don't anymore? And I was like, what is this?
It's like, yeah, that's a normal thing.
There are actual animals that exist now that are dying as well.
Because of us, not even just because we brought them into the world and
Right.
then they were extincted by natural causes.
Them, exactly. So this was nonsense. I mean, and then she's just like, great, thanks.
Well, the whole
I
weird-
totally
right.
changed the senator's mind.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Because I guilted her about her children.
It's so weird. The whole premise of this was really strange to me, where it's just like, you guys, you just wrote the entire, like, the only thing that you needed to finally put this all to an end.
Right.
You know what I mean? Every time that they made a new one of these movies, I was just like, but why? Why would you open up another park when it failed so disastrously every time?
Yeah.
And so it's like, good, they're all gonna die. It's gonna be, there's gonna be an extinction event. Fire is gonna rain from the sky. Isn't that fitting? That's how they died the first time. Just let it go. But no.
I don't know what the movie was trying to tell me. I mean,
No.
there was a lot of, like, animal abuse, like, oh, feel bad for them.
Right.
And trying to have me empathize with these dinosaurs.
But also then they're always portrayed as
But then
crazy,
it's like-
man-eating, hungry.
It'd be like making a shark movie and be like, we have to save the sharks. Except that they're all bloodthirsty and have, like, vendettas.
Right.
And you're like,
where are you taking me?
ah! You know,
I mean, that's
it's
exactly what was happening with this little girl.
100%. We'll get into why I think that was happening. So you're just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Also, they're CG'd, so, like, I don't give
I
a
don't.
fuck.
Exactly.
I really couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But then, the reason that this is like a fully fuck you movie is that they keep on having scenes where they'll be like, but the dinosaur's sad. Oh, shouldn't you feel sad for the dinosaur? Oh, it's crying on the end of this pier as the lava consumes it. And I was like, fuck you.
Well, and as a double fuck you,
Yeah.
that apparently I read was the same dinosaur that we're first introduced to in Jurassic Park. You know, when the, like...
Oh, they're like, oh, they're beautiful. or
Exactly,
whatever.
when he gets out and it's like, oh my god, there's the Brontosaurus or whatever.
So
it's like 180% fuck you movie.
Oh, yes. You know, it was like Fox and the Hound, you know, just like, you feel sad about it. I hope you feel sad about this dinosaur that's dying. And I was like, ugh, get out of my life. No. And then it would be like, hey, but the dinosaurs are murdering everyone.
Exactly, but it's like, wait, make up your mind.
It piqued my interest in the slightest, but I was still like, no.
No.
This is handled very wrong.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but the majority of the, at least subplot of the last movie
Yes.
was that there was a military group that wanted to weaponize these raptors.
Yeah.
Cool. And they wanted to make Indominus
It
Rex
was,
as like a...
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh, okay. But that was a different guy than this crazy military
Yeah,
guy.
Ted Levine
Okay.
is the guy in this.
Okay.
He's Buffalo Bill.
Cool.
Put the fucking ocean in a basket. He's
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
He's Buffalo Bill.
Cool.
He's also in Monk, which is what I know him from.
Oh.
Lieutenant Stottlemyre, love you. Anyway, so it's a different
Okay,
guy.
different, but same.
I mean, not the exact same, like, oh, and they're picking up where Vincent D'Onofrio left off.
Right.
Not the exact same, but, like, same idea of, like, let's weaponize dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yes. But we're rolling it back.
Yeah.
Back. On the news, we see that Jeff Goldblum has won them over, and the government is like, well, this was a privately owned venture. It's a privately owned island. We really don't see how we could use government resources to involve ourselves in this whole... And it was like, yeah, that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
I don't know. I mean, maybe if there was actual dinosaurs in real life, I might care.
But again, the only reason those dinosaurs are there are because humans genetically
Involved.
engineered them.
Right.
And over the course of 3 decades, they have destroyed every single attempt to contain them, as well as murdered thousands of people and caused billions of dollars of damage. So it seems like maybe this was a failed experiment and we should let it shut down.
But they have to keep making movies because this movie made all of the money.
All of the money. Oh my god. They're just going to get worse and worse, and I'm kind of on board for it, though.
I mean, I've worked through my, like, rage.
Well,
we haven't even talked about the garbage third movie.
Oh, no, I haven't. I've only seen the first one, Jurassic World, and now this one.
Really?
I did not see any of the sequels because I did not care.
So 2 is not very good.
Sure.
3 is a disaster.
Right. I just
the one where the dinosaur talks.
Right.
Alan. Alan. It's in a dream sequence.
Okay.
But the raptor, Sam Neill is like, I'm asleep on this helicopter, and then there's a raptor there, and it just goes, Alan.
Alan.
And he's like, oh. So good.
But yeah, so this one is like an entirely different movie than Jurassic Park.
This is a movie.
That's a movie. This is just nonsense dinosaur adventure.
This is just schlocky. I mean...
Maybe that's the new title, is just nonsense dinosaur adventure.
Sure. All I'll say is, I appreciate that it was like, anyway, this is stupid, let's move on.
So then some rich guy calls her and is like, hey, we want to save the dinosaurs.
Right, we're going to protect them and have a sanctuary.
Yeah.
Well, so she gets to this, old mansion or whatever. Yeah. This guy's coming down the stairs and he goes, we're assuming it's somehow related to Richard Attenborough.
Right.
From the original.
Right, because there's a portrait of him on the wall then.
Yeah. And this guy's walking down the stairs and he goes, hi, I'm Elon Mills. Not Musk.
No, it was Eli.
It was
Mills.
Eli?
I think it was Eli Mills.
I don't know why. It was just like the big house and like, I can just throw money at anything. He was just like, I'm Elon Mills.
And he's like all weird, and so you're like, oh, so he's the villain.
We didn't keep it secret for very long.
Well, no, I guess not.
Like, 20 minutes in, it was like, haha, dinosaurs, money, ah!
So they're like, oh, here, we can save the dinosaurs, but we need your help because they all have tracking systems, but we need your handprint.
Because you used to work there, but also we need to find the raptors. Maybe you should call Chris Pratt.
Okay.
I mean, I remember them not really liking each other in the last one.
Oh.
Was that my misinterpretation?
I mean, I guess they fell in love at the end, but then they broke up because she didn't want to leave in a van. I don't...
They seemed to not like each other.
Sure.
And it wasn't even a like, I hate you. It was like, we don't get along.
Yeah.
We're not compatible.
We're not compatible. That was good. That was, I think, one of my favorite lines of the movie.
So she goes and finds Chris Pratt. He's building a cabin by a lake.
Sure.
Because apparently does he have a job?
No.
He's a very specialized skill to work.
Yeah.
To raise baby raptors.
Hopefully he made enough money doing that. He saved it up, and now he's, I don't know.
Well, then they probably, I mean, do you think they got a payout from the last movie, or they had to, like...
No, they probably got a payout.
It was so weird that Chris Pratt didn't have a personality in this movie.
No, not at all.
It was bizarre.
Yeah.
He was legitimately just action man.
Yeah, he was pretty devoid of
I
any
don't
sort of
remember
character.
him saying a lot.
Nope.
A rescue op. Save the dinosaurs from the island that's about to explode. What could go wrong?
So they're at this like dinner at the diner or whatever, having beers, and so she's like, we can't just let them die.
You're a better man than this. You raised them. Don't you care?
And he's like, no. They're dinosaurs that we genetically engineered and brought back to life.
But the children, Andrew, the children.
You raised Blue.
This seems set up poorly as well. We forgot that at the big mansion, James Cromwell shows up, dressed like Peter Bogdanovich. He's a real sassy ascot on. And he was partners with Grandpa from the first movie? Right.
But then for some reason, they got into a big disagreement and they never spoke again.
But see, now this doesn't make any sense timeline-wise. He would have been in...
Yeah, you would think he would have been alongside. It's stupid. It's not canonical.
It's like, anyway.
Canonical, non-canonical?
Chronological?
No, canon. It's not
canon.
Canon.
It's not, I mean, it was like very loosely like, we'll get another
old
white guy.
bearded guy. It should have been his nephew or something who took over, but like, you know, it's Roy Disney and he doesn't like it. I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, she's guilts him into, but the children guilts him into coming. He's like, fuck it, I'm not coming. Yeah. But then he comes anyway. I don't know.
Then he does.
They all fly like a
rinky-dink plane.
2-engine plane all the way to this island.
What happens to the plane?
I feel like this was unsafe.
Oh, sure.
Like,
all of those people in there?
I don't think there's enough gas in there
who knows?
to get to Costa Rica. Where was it? Off the coast of Costa Rica?
That's what they said, I think. Isla Nublar.
Right. They kept saying it weird.
I know.
Isla Nublar. What? Well, it's for some reason, Sexy Doctor and Generic Nerd come with them.
Yeah, the systems analyst, Generic Nerd, and the Sexy Lesbian Doctor. Sexy...
Her scenes got cut to be more generic. Doctor.
Yeah. So they have to go with them to help, I guess.
It didn't seem like Generic Nerd would have been on board. There was no scene convincing him. Because the whole time he's like, he's basically Shaggy and Scooby. He's like, I'm scared. I hate all of this.
Why was he on board to do this? I don't know. Did they pay him a lot of money? Like, that was weird.
We don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, this is when the movie starts to get funnier, but it doesn't really pick up until the third act.
Well, the third act, it's just a comedy.
I laughed so hard.
The middle, the second act is like absurd and stupid. The third act is straight up a comedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just put some Benny Hill music over it. It's a comedy.
I will say, while it was like boring the first act, they did do a pretty good job of like just keeping it moving.
It clicked along. I mean, it was boring because I don't like any of the characters.
No.
She's like a weird robot person.
Yeah.
And he wasn't being his charming Chris Pratt self.
No.
And everyone's just sort of like a one-dimensional blank slate. So you're like, well, I don't care about them.
Yeah.
You're really trying to make me care about these dinosaurs, and I don't really care about them.
Well, and that's the biggest problem, I think, of the whole premise of this movie.
Yeah.
The whole reason that Jurassic Park is great and scary and fun and endearing is that they are people in a scenario that goes wrong, and it's not their fault.
It's not their fault.
You know, and so you're just like,
They're
oh my god.
They're not complicit.
Exactly.
Well, and Sam Neill and Laura Dern are like very smart scientists.
Exactly.
Like,
They're really
personalities and like they know what's up. They know how to. And that's a so-and-so dinosaur.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like Jurassic Park, the original, like, taught me about dinosaurs. Yeah. Like, to a certain extent.
And the majority of
pretty much my knowledge of dinosaurs, other than, like, Friends, right?
Basically.
Paleontology, you know, it's like, cool. That's about it.
And, like, basically the only aggressive dinosaurs in Jurassic Park are the T-Rex and the Velociraptor and the Dilophosaurus.
And
like,
Dilophosaurus. But they really take the time to be like, look at the majesty of the herbivores.
Yeah. Oh, isn't this really cool? And so you're like, yeah, this place is awesome. Oh no, it went horribly wrong.
Exactly.
Whereas this is just like, this is a horrible idea, you guys. All of this is bad. No one should be Stop. Just stop. You're like rooting against them and everyone the whole time.
Yeah.
The whole time?
The whole time. But yes, so they get to the island.
Yeah, they pretty quickly like log in. They blah blah blah.
Clipping along. Yep. Oh, we're gonna leave you here. Get us the tracking devices. We really need to find Blue.
Yep.
Okay, Chris Pratt, you go do it. And he's like, oh, I gotta go alone. Oh, we're having our Adam and God moment.
Sure.
And
then
Ted Levine shows up and then it goes horribly wrong and this interaction was bizarre. Tell your guys to back off. Yeah. She's not passed out yet.
Right.
And then one of the guys is still going to shoot her. Blue attacks him. Yeah. And then the guy shoots
her with a gun.
Like out of self-defense. Like shoots her with a gun. And you're like, oh my God. And Chris Pratt's then, I don't know, going to bum rush Ted Levine while he's surrounded by all these people. He's like, how dare you? So that Ted Levine shoots him with a tranq dart. Sexy Dino Doctor is like, she goes and grabs a gun. And
she takes the dart out of him and then she like goes to shoot him or whatever.
It was just an odd interaction where she's like, don't shoot me. And it's like, you pulled a gun on them. And then she's like, you need me if you want this dinosaur to survive. And they're like, we do want the dinosaur to survive. Put your gun down. And she's like, but you better not kill me. And it was like a weird what is this? It doesn't really fucking matter,
No.
but now they have to protect Blue. She's off with Blue. They
Yep.
all leave Chris Pratt just in the woods, passed out. Now this scene, I thought, had a real potential to be very scary.
Sure.
He's paralyzed and he can't move.
He flips over to see that there's a giant pool of lava.
Slowly the lava's coming, right? This could have been so scary with the right music, with the right tone, with like, but of course, no, we have to go for this schlocky, moronic shit.
Oh my god.
I mean, it could have been full, like, What Lies Beneath, just like, you know, like, she like can't move. All I can do is move my eyes. Oh my god, the lava's coming, the music is tense. Like, it would be such a good scene.
It would be such
but
a
it was
good-
just like,
It was like,
you know,
right?
I'll
It was
throw
like some
myself
stupid
over
kids
this.
movie. I couldn't
Like
place
some
what
cartoon.
Yeah.
It was like, 3
Oh my
parts
God.
is too much. You know, it was just like weird
flopping his legs
comedy
over.
tones, and it was like, why? Jurassic Park 1 is scary. It's a scary movie.
It is not a kids movie. I was frightened for a very,
it's
very,
not,
very
but
long
I
time.
Loved it.
Well, sure, but like, you know what I mean. It's a very scary movie for kids.
Yes.
This was not scary.
We get back to Bryce Dallas Howard and Generic Nerd, and they're like,
God.
what's that giant tunnel?
But like, not that big. Like, maybe 10 feet tall?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And
But for some reason, this bloodthirsty dinosaur
just is like hunting them
and
down.
then,
How?
I mean, this lava starts. I mean, this was like so idiotic.
Absurd. So idiotic.
It's raining lava.
Yep.
They don't seem to give a fuck
No. they're
about
fine.
that because the dinosaurs, their main issue.
And apparently it's not very hot in there.
It's like a
I don't
curtain
know.
of lava.
Yeah.
Just like
Coming from where, by the way?
low ceilings. I don't know. They're trying to get through this hatch. I mean, apparently this dinosaur is like a mouse, like a rat. It just like fits in every little nook and cranny.
Thank you.
I don't understand. I get, you know, meat eaters, but they're like bloodthirsty, tracking people down to their own detriment.
Thank you. It's like insane. I get that it's like, oh, here I am in front of this T-Rex flailing about. Sure, it might try and eat me.
Right.
But that's very different than like, we were locked in this tunnel for an
Underground,
hour
yeah.
trying to open the door. The second that we do a T-Rex...
Yeah, so the volcano's exploding. They get out through the top, and of course, Chris Pratt now is fully recovered from
Yes.
the trank dart.
Yes, and he goes,
and it's just
run!
and they're all running from lava
And the
dust.
dinosaurs are running along
The
with
dinosaurs
them.
are running, and then I mean, this was like pretty hilarious. The T-Rex shows up, and as it's like screaming, the volcano's like behind him, and it was like really silly.
It was really dumb. Also, they were already dead.
Because lava.
And toxic gas.
Yeah.
And ash, and they would not be able to breathe, and they would be dead.
Well, I mean,
multiple times.
Multiple times.
Because
So they're
it
all,
just gets worse.
I mean, they act like idiots, which is annoying. And,
Yes.
I mean, I didn't care about this movie, so I was like, whatever. But I like characters that are like smart enough. It was a lot of me being like, just shoot it then. Just
Sure.
run. Why aren't you running? Open the door. Like, what the fuck? You know,
Yes.
the whole movie I was just like, ah!
So then they find one
Where
of
in
those
the first one,
stupid
it
balls.
really feels like
Yes.
they're like, I'm dealing with this situation the best I can.
I'm using the tools that I have.
Little girl screams a little too much, but you know, it's fine.
Sure.
It's fine. But yeah, so they find one of those.
The stupid balls
Hamster
from
balls.
last movie.
Bryce Dallas Howard and Generic Nerd jump in.
Yeah.
Chris
and
Pratt's
they're like, get in! And he's like,
oh no, now the dinosaur came because I waited too long.
like they get nudged and the door closes
Right, of
and then
course.
they start rolling down the hill. He's just running the same speed as them, which seems very unlikely.
Oh yes, he's Action Man.
Yeah, he also is outrunning the incredibly fast, like volcanic
And the dinosaurs.
and the dinosaurs. Everyone's just like,
They fall off the cliff in their hamster wheel. Chris Pratt, I mean, it's just dust.
oh yeah,
And I'm like, oh, so he's dead.
he's dead.
He died. They
He is
couldn't get him for the
Pompeii.
sequels.
He is Pompeii.
He's like, fully. I was like, he is dead. Starts to sink down in this hamster wheel.
for
and
a very long
for
time.
a while. And then out of nowhere, Chris Pratt's like, blop, 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 blop. Oh, I'm fine.
I just cliff dive.
Also, I have a gun that works
Yes.
underwater.
Yes.
I'll shoot it at you. That seems like a brilliant idea.
Yep.
Pew, pew.
Doesn't do much.
Doesn't do much. Then he's like, fuck.
I'm gonna go back up.
Disappears.
Now I found a
I'm
knife.
back with a knife. Aha! starts trying to get it open. I mean, this was
Absurd.
they're all fine.
Yep.
And they all escape, and they
swim to
swim
shore.
up on shore, and then they have a from here to eternity moment, except they're not making out.
Nope.
But that's definitely what they were referencing, right?
Sure. And then they're like, what do we do now? We're stuck here. And then they see like the helicopter with more dinosaurs.
That are not unconscious.
No, they're like thrashing around. You're like, this seems like a bad idea. Also, I don't think that the helicopter would be able to properly like fly. It would crash, is what would happen. That helicopter would crash. Like that helicopter would crash. And then they're like, we have to go because this island is exploding.
I mean, that should be priority number one.
Right? I don't know. Get me the fuck out of here. Where's that goddamn plane we came in on?
And then we start to get introduced to more of the supporting character actors. Toby Jones shows up. He's very aggressive at first. It's the auctioneer guy.
Oh, God. Where are the dinosaurs? I thought they were going to be dinosaurs. These are all fossils. And I was like, yeah, because you're in the LA Natural History Museum.
Well, he seems so angry, and I don't know why. And he was just like, fuck it,
I'm withdrawing all my buyers.
I'm gonna take all my buyers, and you lied, or whatever. And the guy's like, they're on their way.
They're on the way.
Cool your jets.
Yeah, we have 11 species. I estimate they're going to go up for an average of 4 million a pop. And
We'll talk about the figures.
okay.
We'll get there. It seemed odd that he was so upset because we'd never met him.
Yep.
And he was just like, "Arr!" And we know that the dinosaurs are in fact coming.
Right.
So we were like, he could have easily just have been like, oh good, I can't wait for all these dinosaurs. I'm going to buy them all. You know, and been like evil or whatever. And then the little girl can be like, because the children.
Yeah, exactly.
They need those dinosaurs.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
They need them. The children. Well, then B.D. Wong shows up.
Oh no.
Who forgot how to act.
Really did.
It's the only way to put it.
Oh my god.
He has a lot of dialogue.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh boy. Ooh.
So he had this whole
Science.
spiel about science and creating the animals becomes an art, and they've engineered a new one that's called Indoraptor, where it takes the best things of like the T-Rex and the
No, it's the best
Indominus
of
Rex.
Indominus Rex and Raptors.
Blue, the raptor.
Oh boy, remember that whole getting the blood transfusion for Blue and the T-Rex?
Oh my god.
Blue's been shot and they find Dr. Lady.
Yep.
I mean, apparently Blue is the linchpin for the whole plan, and yet they have left not lesbian sexy Dr. Lady, possibly lesbian sexy Dr. Lady, I don't know, it's on the cutting room floor, alone with this dinosaur.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you be like, okay, what do you need?
Yeah, we need guards, we need to give her whatever she needs to save this dinosaur.
Right? He is the key to all of this. No, we're just going to leave her alone with no
I mean, maybe
help.
they didn't really communicate that well enough, but like, that's on them.
Fully on them.
That's on B.D. Wong.
So she's like holding a, tourniquet on him or whatever. They're like, well, we need a blood transfusion. I
You
guess
have to
just get one from
a carnivore
with 3.
2 or 3 claws, no more than 3. I think there's one on board.
I mean, it was so stupid.
So stupid. This T-Rex.
I mean, Bryce Dallas Howard rides it like a bull. That happens.
Yep. Oh my
They
God.
have a needle that somehow penetrates the skin of a
entire-
dinosaur. It was dumb.
Very, very dumb. Very, very dumb. So they take this blood transfusion, but then the T-Rex wakes up, and then he jumps through the mouth of the T-Rex as it's starting to. Oh my god, absurd.
That was silly.
Just absurd.
So we find out they're bringing all the dinosaurs to Lockwood's mansion to James
In
Crawford's.
Northern California. I thought this was in England, based on the house.
Yeah, and the accents.
Yes.
We haven't talked about the accent.
Oh my god.
The little girl's accent that is sometimes British.
I don't even know.
The little girl's wandering around downstairs, and there's all these compartments. They're unloading all of the dinosaurs and all these. I mean, it turns into Cabin in the Woods. It's just like, and what's on this floor? Oh, it's this dinosaur. And you're like, oh boy, this is a mess. And I mean, I feel like the money and time and infrastructure it would have taken
to build
this very elaborate cages that wheel in and out. I mean, they were wasting money on that. They could have just had the buyers walk through the zoo that they made down there. All of this nonsense of wheeling them out.
Sure.
Was so elaborate.
It was very elaborate.
Then the auction starts and it's Toby Jones, and he's like, we've got a great specimen coming up here. I mean, they wheeled them out like it was the end of Taken, it was like, and this is lot number 40, and this girl's prime meat, or whatever, and it was just like, what's going on? Yeah. And then we just get a whole slew of, like, stereotypical, like, rich baddies in the audience. Our Russian friend.
Yep. He literally says, sold for $10 million to our Russian friend. Yes, $10 million, because this movie doesn't seem to understand how prices work in 2018.
Well, it should be starting at, like,
400?
40 million.
Yeah, at least 40 million.
The starting price.
This was nonsense.
Well, I didn't understand. Was it a Noah's Ark thing? Were they going to get a guy and a girl dinosaur so they could then procreate?
No,
if they just sold off all these dinosaurs, they wouldn't really have any more.
But I think they took the DNA and they just make more. But then can't other people just make more from the dinosaur that they bought?
That's what Long says later.
Exactly, like, they'll just make more. But so then it's like, well, shouldn't you be charging, like, billions then?
Yeah. You're giving away the genetic code.
Like, if we think about what the money that the U.S. government spends on, like, military operations, you know, like, we're talking billions. And he's like, 4 million? Cool. Bitch, I won't buy you a house in Los Angeles. There are literal 4-bedroom houses in Los Angeles that cost more than that goddamn dinosaur. I can't. I don't understand.
He wasn't a very good businessman.
No.
Or person.
Oh, no.
Well, so meanwhile, Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard have been
captured and they're locked in one of the cages next to the dinosaurs. But why? Like,
they have a chance? Well, because they have to shut them up, I guess.
But, like, why couldn't he just shoot them when they were there?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll kill you later after you've had time to escape. But, it's a movie. They escape. They let a dinosaur out into the crowd.
Yeah, they use, like, a headbutting dinosaur to escape, and then they lead it into the crowd, and it starts headbutting people and flying them through.
There's, like a wide pan shot across the room, and you just see, like, woo! Woo! What? Woo! I mean, it was really silly.
This was the beginning of the funniest nonsense for me, where I was just like, oh my god, this movie has jumped the megalodon shark, whatever. This is absurd.
Chris Pratt really turns into G.I. Joe. He's just punching all these guards.
Yeah, when he comes down from the roof of the elevator.
I just didn't remember him being this, like, James Bond
in
the last one.
How to fight.
I mean, he was, like, fit, but not, like...
Sure, he was teaching raptors whatever, but, like, not teaching them kung fu.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with this, but he beats everybody up.
Yep.
They've all run out, and Ted Levine, who... Earlier, it's been established that he takes teeth.
Oh, yes.
From dinosaurs?
Yeah, he has, like, a collection of the teeth from the sedated dinosaurs.
I could have used more from him, He was just sort of an asshole, but I was like, go there. Like, full in. Because if the acting had been campy over the top on a whole, it would have been even more fun.
Of course.
But it was just like, everyone was, like, generic.
Everyone was they were generic, and they were taking it a little too seriously.
Yeah. So Ted Levine is like, this is going to be a great idea. I'm going to trank super crazy Indoraptor. He's gonna go steal his tooth, and you're like, well, this isn't gonna end well.
Yeah.
I mean, the Indoraptor's real sassy.
Yeah, I love this.
So he's like trying to pull the tooth. Ted Levine can't see his eye, but the audience can.
Yeah.
And he
and the tail behind
the dinosaur keeps going. Its eyes are closed, and then they go. Like as if to camera to the audience.
Yes.
Should I kill him now? Oh no, I'm gonna. Oh shit. I'm gonna
pretend a little longer.
I'm gonna let the suspense get back to you. Oh, should I kill him now? Maybe? Yeah. No. Shh.
Oh.
Shh. Wait, one more time.
I'm gonna let him really get a good
building
angle, and now I'm gonna bite his arm.
I mean, it was just to camera.
Yeah.
And they had full control of that because it was a CGI dinosaur. It was a choice they made. Oh, and we didn't even talk about how this director also directed The Impossible. And the orphanage, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? That's what they do. They keep finding, like, generally white men, but certainly men.
Yep.
That have maybe done a couple movies, or a movie, or an indie movie that went to Sundance, and then be like, hey, let's give him Jurassic Park.
Yep.
Oh, and then we get to introduce to our final character, Toby Jones's toupee.
Yes, I'm sorry.
The dinosaur's like,
so the Indoraptor eats
breath
him.
The breath of the dinosaur and it's like floating his crazy fucking toupee, and it was silly. Well, and then, oh boy, this is when the movie really opens a can of worms. So we find out, little girl that's been running around the mansion.
Yeah.
I sort of liked her story of like, I was glad she didn't like sneak onto the plane and end up on the island and then, oh no, we'll have to run for the lava. No. She was just at her house. Oh, I'm gonna sneak around. Oh, that guy's bad. I'm gonna tell old Gramps, you know, and my nanny, who really didn't need to be in the movie, but she was.
And then she disappears.
Died? Was eaten? We don't know.
We don't know.
But we find out very matter-of-factly and rather rudely, not Elon Musk is just like, she's not even real. She's a clone. She doesn't have a mom. Like, Grandpa just cloned her because his daughter died and he wanted her back. He wanted her back, so he just fucking cloned her. Deal with it, small child. Like, it was just, like, so rude.
It really was.
And she's sort of just like, oh. And they're all like, okay. No one seems to care that this is a cloned person.
Thank you.
I don't know what was going on. And that opened a whole can of worms of like, oh God, now we're going to start cloning people. I mean, whatever. But like in this movie, the world of this movie. And like, does she deserve to live? Like, the dinosaurs just, oh boy.
Well, then like, she's the, well, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Oh my God.
It was really reminding me of Venture Brothers with like the, oh, I'll just clone them because they keep dying. I'll just keep cloning the boys. It'll be fine.
But then there was that picture of them together. Was that one prototype and another?
I was like, ooh, is there going to be a second twin that's living in the attic, you know?
Wouldn't she remember that? It was strange.
It wasn't. I think what happened was Granny had been the mom's nanny.
Sure.
And that was a picture of the mom and Granny.
Yes.
Which was confusing. So I think they should have had like a date on the picture or something. Like 1975 and be like, what?
Sure, yes, you're right.
We haven't seen Lesbian Doctor and Generic Nerd in a while.
Oh, right. Well, because
they're in the lab.
Yeah. She's chained to Blue's cage.
Right. And
then
let him out. And
he like tranks the guy.
Eats the one hot military guy.
Oh, yeah, I was so bummed.
He eats him.
It's like you couldn't just eat the shirt off of him?
He eats him and explodes some gas.
Yeah, they're like fighting or whatever, and so then there's gas that then explodes. Oh, this is great.
Yeah,
and so then Blue...
They're like, run, get out of here, get out of here.
And Blue's like, what's that, toxic gas? Oh no, I gotta run.
Alan!
Alan!
They're turning to Planet of the Apes. They're gonna start talking.
Oh my God.
But yeah, he's like,
and then like
it's exploding like it's like so.
And it like flipped just like a little barrel roll, and it like flies it out.
Oh, it was
so stupid. Oh my gosh, I don't remember exactly what it was, but at a certain point, my favorite part happened. The soundtrack is just a single key piano. Do 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 do. In my head, I was imagining that the Indoraptor with
was
the
on
big
the
claws
piano?
was just on the piano. Do, do,
Oh, I would have loved
right?
that.
Do, dong.
It found us. That would have been good. That would have been really good.
Right?
Or with the little girl hidden inside the piano, and he's going, da, 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 and then the dung, dung, the note doesn't go, and then that's how he finds her. Love it.
Oh my God,
Hate
stupid.
it. I mean, this is when it fully transcends into a comedy.
Oh.
The little girl has escaped, and she's running around. She should really just stay in the dumbwaiter. She's been like traveling through the mansion in the dumbwaiter, but she keeps getting out of the dumbwaiter.
And it's like you're in a tiny shaft that none of these dinosaurs can get to.
Right? And then like a big dumb kid, she goes into her room and is like, I'll get in bed. I mean, I get the sentiment of like, no.
Sure.
But,
I'm scared.
But it was like, you're better than this.
Yeah, you're smarter than this.
Baby.
Well, maybe she's not. I don't know.
Clone baby, yeah. Who's teaching her?
Right?
Not Elon Musk and Gramps? I don't know. She gets in bed. Oh, I'm so scared. Oh, no. And then it cuts to the Indoraptor on the roof. And he literally howls at the moon.
Yeah.
While, like, operatic music plays in the background. And it was quite a bit. And then it was like as if it was like a werewolf situation.
and then it's like tiptoeing,
Right,
creeping
right.
around the
She's
roof. Like,
just in her bed. I like,
but also
this was
that
nonsense
the
to me.
dinosaur just knows that
Well,
she's there.
I mean, does it sense that she's a clone? Because it has it out for her.
It does.
So it's climbing along the walls. Dun, dun, dun. It's
Oh my God.
climbing.
And then my favorite, it like upside down.
Yeah, it pulls like
looks down
I mean, it was like that's just straight up a comedy
Yeah,
shot.
yeah.
Just like, and his hair's upside down,
Right.
you know.
Ooh.
And the little girl doesn't see him, and then it gets out of the frame.
Yep.
And, dun, 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 dun.
And then the clock
on the
comes
patio
down.
door, on the knob.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you, or whatever.
So stupid. Opens
She's
the door with
still
its claw.
in bed.
Yep.
And then remember it knocks. It's like with its nails when it comes
yeah.
in. It's like dun, 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 whatever.
Who's there?
Knock knock. I've come to eat you, my pretty.
Exactly. Better to eat you with, my dear.
And then it's creeping. I don't know what is happening. She's still in bed.
Right.
It's literally like, I know I was chasing you before, but I'm going to creep slowly towards the covers. And
I mean, I guess that's like part of the mind games that this particular dinosaur plays. Like, right, where it's like, oh, well, I could just eat this man in my cage, or I could pretend to be tranquilized, let him open the gate. Like, how would it know that all that was going to happen?
Because he fully was like, nah, not yet.
Yeah.
I'll eat him in a minute.
Yeah. So I guess those are like the games that it likes to play, where it's like, okay.
I mean,
I'm
if
gonna
so,
real creepily like.
if so, I'm sad that dinosaur died.
Sure.
Because I want to see him in sequels.
Well, I'm sure you'll see the next version.
Something about it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of,
I'm
gonna get you.
I got my big
Gonna
claws.
read you a bedtime
Oh my God.
story.
Right.
And then Chris Pratt comes in just in time, you know,
Of course.
or whatever, and they fight it, and it's.
And
I
then
don't even
Blue
know.
comes in and they're
Blue-
fighting and they're like, oh, let's get in your bed and just watch these dinosaurs fight. And you're like, what is happening?
Oh, they are. They're just like.
And then they start to like really make a mess. And so like, let's get out
Well,
of
yeah,
here.
they start rolling around in her twinkle lights.
Yeah, oh my God, which is hilarious.
And then they're outside on the.
She's like, I know a shortcut.
Let's go in the building. They either get knocked off.
Onto like this
Greenhouse that was there.
But that was above all of the museum pieces. Because that's
Atrium?
where they fall. Yeah. So then she has the special laser gun that they showed off earlier in the auction, where it's like,
Right.
oh, you pinpoint the laser, and
I
then you
didn't-
fire, and it'll lock on, and then you fire the audio cannon, and it'll.
Kill the person that you've aimed the laser at.
Yeah. Why didn't she laser it at the glass that she wanted it to fall through to begin with?
Yeah.
And then have it attack the glass and be like, haha, now you're dead.
It was a very stupid plan.
But she's like, no, I'm going to do it at Chris Pratt, and then he's going to jump out of the way, which seems not like how that would work. It was
No.
confusing.
He often jumped out of the way of things impossibly.
Yep.
But it works.
Kind of. So it's like starts to fall,
Oh,
and
right.
then it's like,
Well,
oh God, I
It's
have
holding
crazy.
on by the hairs of its chinny
Yeah.
chin chin. It's
Yeah,
like,
oh, help me, Scar! Long live the king! You know, it's like, what is happening here? But no, it claws its way back up, and then it's like, haha, you tried to get me, but you
now
didn't.
if Blue had shown up and pulled a Scar and like,
But that's literally what happens.
no, like.
Oh, like actually,
like
it was like
hanging,
clawing, right?
It's like,
and then,
help, help!
Yeah, and
then
Blue
Blue's
just
like,
uses its little raptor claw to be like, bloop.
fuck you. And then it's like, ah. Doesn't quite happen. that way.
Almost.
But Blue comes in, they fight, they break through.
Well, Blue just jumps on it.
Yeah.
And then they fall, then it was enough pressure, they fall, and then it just falls right on the, like, Triceratops horns.
Yeah,
And just
impales
impaled.
itself.
And dies.
Yeah.
Kind of anticlimactic.
Well, there's more. Oh boy, is there more.
Oh my God, is there more? So then, turns out, not only did the explosion explode, but it released a bunch of toxic gas. So now there's hydrogen cyanide or some weird thing that she
Yeah,
said,
something about cyanide.
permeating only through the dinosaur pens.
Uh-huh.
It's sealed off from everything else.
Yeah.
Um,
And then once again, we get sad dinosaurs going, "Ah,
Yep.
I can't breathe. Ah," and I was like, fuck you.
so all these sad dinosaurs, oh my God, I can't breathe. Wah. And you're like, fuck you, but also these are all computer generated. So then Bryce Dallas Howard is like, we have to save them. And she starts opening all the cages.
Yeah.
And Chris Pratt's like, whoa, girl, calm your jets. Like, think about what you're doing.
Yeah. Once again, nature or fate or whatever has found us, given us a way to like
Put an end to this.
fix our mistake.
Yeah. it keeps going wrong. Maybe we should just stop it.
But the children, Andrew, the children.
And then she's like, no, I can't do it. You know?
Yeah. Oh, I'm an adult. I have better judgment because hundreds, possibly thousands of people will die if I let all of these dinosaurs out on the loose.
Yep.
But then the little clone girl does it anyway.
Yep.
And then the movie's just kind of okay with that.
And you're just like, what the actual fuck, though?
So they all escape.
Into Northern California, they're like stampeding.
Running off.
They kill what's-his-fuck, the evil
They
villain.
kill not Elon Musk.
Yeah.
And they break his bone.
Yes.
His special
DNA bone.
Yeah.
So presumably they're not going to be able to use that?
I don't know. Well, BD Wong only got tranked. And then 2 guards dragged him away. So
that's true.
He could still be in the
movie. Oh, I'm sure he'll be in another movie. The T-Rex just like roams off into the distance, and all of these other animals, Blue, and like...
Oh, well, they have the whole...
Chris Pratt, they're
like,
reunited.
Blue.
Come with us, I'll keep you safe.
Come with us. And then she's like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
And she runs off. Meow. She's like a cat. When you open the door, the cat's like, fuck you. I'm not locked inside anymore. Meow. Gone. Run to the hills. There's like an epilogue of sorts.
Welcome to Jurassic World.
Welcome to Jurassic World.
So now, I don't know where we can go. Is this just going to be some free-for-all Mad Max dinosaur world now?
I mean, right? I don't know. They're going to have to just try and, like, the next one is presumably, like, the War of the Worlds. Like, where it's like, we have to now collect the military agencies from...
Somebody says, oh, we're going to have to coexist. It's like, that's not how this works.
No!
What?
Nonsense.
Not with these bloodthirsty, crazy,
dinosaurs that just eaten up everyone.
And we see Blue just like I'm ready.
Yeah, like right on the edge of Las Vegas or somewhere, like in the desert, like, haha, I'm gonna eat y'all.
I'm gonna eat y'all. I mean, it was weird. And then for some reason, Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, like any good couple, figure that like a kid will save their relationship. So they've somehow gotten custody of clone baby girl, and you're like,
yeah, what's going on here? So here's what I feel like the next one's gonna be. All of those dinosaurs still have trackers in them.
Yeah, they're just gonna track them down.
So they're just gonna be like, oh, now we gotta go across the country, like, or in this southwest sphere, and like find.
We're off on the road to New England or wherever.
And it's gonna be like, and they're gonna really double down on the like, Mommy, there's a monster in my bed. No, sweetie, you're fine. No, really, it's a velociraptor.
Yeah. I don't know. This was silly.
Oh, it was so silly. But that's kind of like I
wasn't as mad.
I wasn't as mad because it was like,
silly.
You're not trying to do this, and I don't even consider this the same kind of movie. Like, it's not the same franchise.
Oh,
that's for sure.
Oh, no.
So it's just like, fine, you make stupid dinosaur movies where it's just crazy dinosaurs eating people. Whatever. Maybe I'll go watch it. Maybe I'll get fucked up and watch it and have a really silly, fun time. That's probably what's going to happen.
Schlocky mess, needed more Jeff Goldblum.
It definitely needed more Jeff. I wanted more campy Jeff Goldblum too.
Oh yes.
Like give me Jeff Goldblum from the Ragnarok.
Oh yes. Yes. And Independence Day.
Oh my god.
Insert colon here. I don't know.
Independence Day.
Resurgence? Anyway, more Jeff Goldblum always.
Always.